Hey, do you feel burned out? Are you about to give up on your dreams because it feels too difficult? Maybe you think you're not destined to succeed, or that those who do are just lucky. So why keep going? May I ask you something? When did you start to believe that you are not enough? I know that feeling. You see everyone else achieving their goals as if they were doing it effortlessly. Meanwhile, you use all your strengths, and yet it feels like it's not enough. You really tried, but it's like if your legs were tied to the same spot, stopping you from moving forward. And the only thing that you can do is watch others move ahead without looking back at those who are slower, or those who can't even take a single step. And why would they? They are achieving their goals. Will it be selfish to ask them to wait for me? It feels horrible to see someone my age or even younger who seems to already have their life figured out while I'm stuck here. And on top of that, it feels like I can talk about it with anyone, because the answer might be something like that this feeling is my fault, that if I feel like this, like I am falling behind, it's because I'm not doing enough. It almost feels like you're not enough. Your mind becomes like the adult who told you when you were little that you were not enough, and that you should be more like the people who get positive results more quickly, instead like being just you. And that might be because you're not where you thought you were going to be. Maybe you feel small when someone simply asks you what you've been up to lately. So you decide to ghost everyone. Maybe because it hurts to see them moving forward in their life, achieving their goals, starting new relationships. Or maybe you don't want anyone to ask you what you're doing because you're scared they see you as pathetic, miserable, or just look at you with pity in their eyes. And you probably think that others will see you the same way as you see yourself. And because you isolate yourself, it becomes even harder to ask for help. So you feel lonely. Is that right? Listen, I get it. I've been through those things too. I already said in another video, but the problem that I always had is comparing myself to others. Usually I ask myself, if they already achieved their goals, why haven't I? I'm trying hard too, so why? What am I doing wrong? I almost succumb to frustration. For example, with my YouTube channel. A few days ago, I was feeling bad about it, and even though I feel ashamed, I still ask for advice from some online friends. And please pay attention to what I am about to say, because this is what woke me up. Do you know how many small channels will never reach 1,000 subscribers? About like 19% of channels on YouTube do not have more than 1,000 subscribers. And that is because they give up when they realize that it won't be that easy. So I realized I was pursuing my goals only to satisfy my ego, not because I was actually enjoying the process. Not because I truly like what I was doing. I wanted to speedrun my goals just like in a video game. I love video games, by the way. But that doesn't make any sense. My younger self will be proud of me for doing this. I'm speaking in front of any stranger who could find my channel. I'm exposing myself to bad comments, people making fun of me and calling me cringe. And this is coming from someone who has suffered almost all his entire life from shyness and in my worst moment from social anxiety. If you can relate with me, I invite you to share your story in the comments. I'd love to read about your experience. Another thing I want to add in this video maybe can help you too. When I said before that you feel like your legs were tight and all you can do is watch others move forward, leaving you behind and achieving their goals, that is just your perspective. If you ask them, you'll be surprised that it wasn't that easy for them either. What I want to say is that they are not ahead of you. They're just moving at their own pace, just like you. But hey, listen closely. I'm not saying that you shouldn't make an effort. I'm not saying that you can do mediocre work and still accomplish your goals sooner or later. It's okay to compare your work with others to a certain extent, but just to see in what can you improve and then actually work on it. But not to compare your worth as a person. That is a mistake that a lot of people make, and I did it a lot. That's why I'm telling you to not do it. Just try to get 1% better every day, or even 0.5% better every day. At the end, it's just about stay strong and be consistent. Consistency doesn't guarantee success, but not be consistent guarantees failure. I really don't want to sound harsh, but if you can't be consistent, you'll fail at everything. Imagine this. You need to tidy your room, but instead of forcing yourself to clean everything and then burn out, you just tidy one corner every day. At first, it might feel like it's not enough, but one day, I don't know exactly when, but one day, you realize you accomplished your goal, and you will still have time for yourself, to play games, to sleep. Now imagine your future self watching you and feeling disappointed because you gave up. That is not something you want, right? So do me a favor and don't give up.